Okay, so first we discussed obviously in terms of your setup was your posture.
Yeah.
Now it's not as going to be easy to see from posture from this angle,
Yeah.
but what I would say when you sort of get yourself to the golf ball there,
Yeah.
your knees look a little bit less flexed on that right hand
Yeah.
side. This one looks a bit squatty and a bit sort of knees down, and you look a little bit more rounded there.
Yeah.
That's maybe just more placebo because I know your posture's better. I
Yeah.
don't know, but your posture was getting better.
Yeah.
Grip pressure again we can't see obviously because your grip pressure is just. It seems to be loose. Yeah, exactly. What I generally see when I see a golf swing that's got a softer or looser grip, the swing is more fluid. When I see a swing that's very sort of gripping tight, the swing is all very rigid and stiff and a bit jabby. It doesn't look as smooth and sort of fluid. Okay, so when you went back, because of that posture, you're sort of losing your spine angle. You couldn't really rotate, so you kind of cheated the backswing by sort of using a lot of wrist hinge there. So your shoulder turn now, that's kind of across your back there.
Yeah.
So your shoulder turn is probably somewhere in the region of sort of 50 degrees of shoulder turn. Not really create as much power as you could do. The club's got a long way, but you're not really coiling up and creating the power correctly. And this wrist hinge now, this amount of what we call cupping in the wrist, increased your backswing, but meant the club was now open to target. So the face now is open to target, open to the club shaft. As you come back to the golf ball, as you're coming back here now, that club face is still open. As you're at the golf ball now,
you can see
topping it, the ball's going to be off to the right there, and you're then going to have to try and flick your hands at the last second. You can see you flicking your hands here to try and save it. Well, the ball's been hitting, man. You ain't going to change anything up there. You can do whatever you can twirl your hand around there. It makes no difference at all. The ball's gone. Club face now in this position is actually twisting your hands anyway, and the ball's off to the right. So that tension, your grip pressure, posture issue, and the cupping of the wrist, that was sending the ball right. Then you did whatever you could to try and fight it going left. And when you made those changes now in the setup and the grip, okay, with a looser posture, or a looser grip pressure and a better posture, okay, your back now is turning more like 65, 70, okay, and the club is going to where it should go. If you turned your body more, your club would therefore go more because your arm would be up here. So what you would do, if I get these last two, if you had a bigger shoulder turn, the club would be more that way, or probably more. Well, more that way, okay? Just if you turn more, okay? Rather than you sort of trying to complete the backswing by cheating. And again, a backswing length that looks short in regards to the club was actually a more powerful hit because your left wrist is square, okay? Your left wrist there is sort of flatter and square, club square. As you come back to golf ball here now, club face squares at the golf ball, boom, the ball goes dead straight, and you can release that club head through now to target. Like how much further that club face goes around your target there now, an overall better and more fluid swing. If you sort of watch it in full speed here, let's put the volume on there. If you watch the right hand one now in full speed, full motion there, it's a nice full, you create speed, which is good. We want speed, okay, and the club face is nice and square. The first few shots went left because you were fighting right, still almost instinctively. We eliminated going right, and then you started to find the middle, and then the 8-iron, then towards the end of the 8-iron shots were just, well, unreal, 165 dead straight, taking the flag out every single time. Longer clubs like the 3 with the driver, because of the way the club's made up, a bit soft, maybe too whippy in the shaft, maybe looking towards getting maybe a slightly stiffer shaft there to help straighten out that golf club. We can have a look at those as we go forward if you wanted to, but at the moment you can still use them. They're just going to be more fragile in terms of how, I mean, you get one shot that went dead, literally as straight, there was no size to it at all, but it was like 1 in 5. The other ones are a little bit more. But to be fair, they did, well, I don't know what your previous shots were like with the 3 wood driver, but some of your bad ones weren't as bad, were they? I mean, that's your last shot there's gone almost, well, okay, 160, but it's in the fairway, Some of the ones a bit sort of bendy and curvy, they were a playable shot. So you get the ball in the fairway somewhere to play your next shot from. So okay, does that kind of make sense then? So better posture, again, use that club to sort of get used to tilting forward. Your grip pressure, you just have to feel that yourself in terms of being loose in the grip pressure. For me, it's more your thumbs. Your thumbs are going to be nice and loose. Okay, if you're squeezing down with the thumbs and your nails go red, your forearm's going to get tight. Your forearm gets tight. Your biceps are tight. Now your shoulders are tight. You're just tight. You can't move. And we want speed with this golf swing and fluidity, so that club can sort of swish through.
So as I improve, all I want to try and improve then is my shoulder twist. Then
well, I think that will come bigger as your posture gets better. And I'm inclined to sort of maintain the posture you've got currently now, because you still kind of feel close enough to your comfort. If we say, okay, right, here's where your posture should be, and here's where your posture was. If you move too far away from where you were, although you're nearer the perfect spot, you're too far from where you're comfortable. So I'd rather you be here to some extent, and then maybe next time go to there and go to there, rather than go boom in one go and think, oh my God, I feel so far away from the norm, I just don't feel comfortable. You change.
So we'll just build up slowly.
Exactly, and I think again, I would say you won't need to hit the ball much further. I mean, an 8-iron 169 is not really a short 8-iron, so
Is it not?
no. I mean, tour average is like 162.
Yeah.
So you're hitting the ball as far as the tall professionals there with your 8 iron. Now, yes, your longer clubs with the 3 with the driver aren't as consistently struck, so they're not quite as far. Yeah, if we can get an 8 iron in at 165, 170, but it's consistently going that well.
At the moment, yeah, John and Mike. I mean, John's been on his lesson, but there was hitting it like about 200 yards with the driver.
Yeah.
I was out.
Knocking it, yeah. You would do, yeah. If you get the 3 iron the same as that 8 iron, basic on a 7 iron being quick math, 7 iron being 150, it's 10 yards between each club. So if your 8 iron is 170, you're looking at about 12 yards between each club. So 8 iron at 170, your 7 iron's going to be 180ish, 6 iron's going to be 190, your 5 iron's going to be 200, your 3 iron's going to be 210, 220. Yeah. So you're going to be getting more yards. But yeah, if we can get your driver to be 230, 240, suddenly now you've got a playable distance you can come down.
Do you think the 1 length irons are worth?
Oh, the irons are fine at the moment,
look, I want to keep them irons for now.
They're fine.
I've got a deal with the missus. If I get to 18, I can buy a new set of irons.
Okay, there you go.
I'm going to get fitted for some irons.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
But would you recommend the 1 length irons for consistent? Because my 7 iron is my favourite club.
Yeah, because I've been playing golf 33 years. The 1 length iron club to me makes sense, but doesn't make sense to me in terms of actually how I would play golf. I understand the sort of theory behind it. I think to a beginner when they first start, there's some logic to it. My only concern, more so for you, is you'd be awesome with your 7 iron, your 8 iron, but then when you're chipping with a wedge with a 7 iron shaft, you'd be clumsy because it's such a long club. With a wedge having a 7 iron shaft, it'd just be going off the club face. And if you struggle to hit the ball short, give yourself a wedge with a 7 iron shaft. You couldn't have anything less than 120 yards.
Irons I've looked at is the 1 length and the M4s.
Yeah.
Or the M6s.
TaylorMade. TaylorMade. Yeah.
But then someone said the trouble is with the M6s, they're such a strong lofty club.
They are very strongly fair. Yeah. Prior to for you, the problem was too strong.
Yeah.
I would say yeah.
That says if
but the fitting side thing would do that, you see. And there's some fitters I know in the area now, I can sort of point you in the right direction. If you want, there's a couple of guys I know that do one at Celtic, and it's basically a free, no commitment. You just go down there, and they fit you up and say, right, there's your spec. Go with it what you want to. I'm going to buy the clubs there, and then you can take it away and see what you want to do with it. Okay. And they will fit you to a golf club rather than saying, you must have this loft, because TaylorMade are just very strong lofts. And I would say if you hit the ball a long way, strong lofts are no good. Because you're doing 8 iron a long way, but then you can't control a wedge. Your wedge will be going 150, 160. Well, when you got 110. Well, you can't have a long wedge.
Get me 52.
Yeah, you're trying to dill it, and then you're trying to be denting with it. Okay. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good stuff, mate. Well done, buddy. Yeah.